Welcome, Counsellor Floyd Thema from Ward 31. And thanks very much from Ward 32. My apology. It will have his die hard.
Yeah, correct.
Thanks very much for allowing us time and opportunity, Counsellor, to talk to us, to the viewers of Tshwane Talk TV and the community, Tshwane community at large, but in particular Ga-Rankuwa and your what, Zone 3, Zone 7.
Yeah.
Masakeng,
yes,
Zone 8, Zone 9, and so on. Yeah, Counsellor, there's a lot happening in Ga-Rankuwa. There's a lot of crime, a lot of challenges. Police stations has not been working since the death of Jesus Christ. What is happening? What are the challenges of what challenges? Why Ga-Rankuwa is facing so many challenges, and what is happening?
Yeah. No. Thank you very much, and good afternoon to the viewers at home, friends, to yourself and your team. We are always appreciative.
Sure.
When you come, you knock on our doors, trying to be the mouthpiece and the ears of the communities at large. My name is Counsellor Floyd Thema, and I'm responsible for Ward 32.
Yes.
And Ward 32 in the main, in terms of its demarcation principles, it will cover zone 3, zone 6, zone 7, zone 8, zone 9, zone 10, RDPs, Masakeng extension 21, zone 14, and now because of the new demarcation, it has put 2 areas from Soshanguve into my ward.
Oh, which one?
Which is extension 13 from M17 roads and extension 19. So those are the RDPs. It has kicked out Nkwa Estate as a VD. So Nkwa Estate is now into an adjacent ward, which is Ward 37.
Okay.
In the main, we've got few challenges,
Yeah,
and our current priority is to deal with challenges that are in the immediate, which is the police station and ESCOM.
Yeah.
But obviously there will be general challenges there and there, but we feel as the agency that if we need to deal with these 2 challenges, we would have won the hearts of the people, and we would have made a huge difference in their lives.
Yeah.
As we speak, seated as you are seated, Franz, is that it's been approximately between 9 and 10 months that the police station has not been in full operation, given the fact that there was a cable there that then provided the power to the station, so many kilowatts, and we know that cable is now not functional. So it has led to the police station to do their own procurement policies and to make sure that they are lights there. But in making sure that they are lights there, they brought a generator. The generator, as far as I know, is supposed to power the entire police station so that there'll be light there, especially in daytime it's okay. But there are other functionalities that the generator will help the police station. I'm sure there are computers there. I mean, without electricity, functionality is just not possible.
I mean, there's also the forensic part, that side.
Correct. In fact, the mortuary on the other side. And the generator was brought in, but now to our surprise, the generator it's functional periodically. It will be switched on for 2 hours. The other 6 hours it's off, and so forth and so on.
Why is that?
I'm not even sure, because of we have asked questions to the management there, but we have not received questions. But in fact, what we receive is that everything is okay and everything is normal. Last week on June 16th, I've spent a couple of hours there doing my oversight. When I came there was no electricity. But then I also found out that the minister is coming the next day, which is last week Friday the 17th. And we were surprised as councillors, and I checked with my fellow councillors, hey man, is the minister really coming in? Why are we not as councillors, as ward councillors, not being informed, so that we are able to express the challenges and the frustrations of our own people? Because safety is a priority in Ga-Rankuwa. And as you have seen, in the past 6 months or so, crime has risen in Ga-Rankuwa, you know. And as much as we feel that the police station is not doing enough, and remember, we are not actually dealing with personnel, but we are raising issues and wanting to deal with the problem.
But let me check with you, Counsellor. Yourself as a counsellor, when you talk to the station commander or the management at the police station, why is it taking so long that to resolve this issue of electricity?
And in fact, the reason that we have been given to is that the station itself, in terms of management, with process of procurement and so forth, and process of you know, when there are problems in a public entity, you know, public works or public administration in terms of ministry will then deal with the problem. So they are decrying that public works is not doing enough to assist them, because procurement on their part, it will be done, but a lot of things that must be fixed by public works as an entity that deals with maintenance of the stations or maintenance of public facilities. So it's part of their problem.
So the electricity would fall under the which category? For procurement, get a private contractor, or public works?
It's actually what they are saying, but in terms of my knowledge is that the police station it has their own internal processes of procurement. Obviously, a tender, and then when there's a tender, we know that there must be a public notice. The tender must be quantified, and the tender must be reached by people, and then there must be a closing date, and after that, due processes of supply chain procurement policies must kick in, and after that, a cable must be fixed. So that is our own challenge. That sometimes we do understand the process, but for a station not to have a proper electricity for more than 10 months, it's really suspicious. And
do you think there's some act of sabotage?
I may not know at this point, but the fact remains that the people of Ga-Rankuwa are not fully serviced by the police station. Or the fact that there's no electricity, even when you go there, Mr. Franz, you won't even get electricity. Like I said, June 16, I went there to do my oversight duties. I went there. When I got from the gate, I would see that on the left side, where they do certifications there, you know that it shows that someone somewhere they were burning woods, and when you burn woods, you know that it's because of frustration. There's no electricity. And one issue that we also want to raise is that there's no fence at the police station. Apparently, at the back side of the police station, there is no fence. And then I said, no, it's fine. It was around 4 o'clock. I came back at around 8 p.m. The gate was closed. It was dark inside. So it means anyone who would have a problem of crime after such hours, they may not necessarily get help at that particular police station. So we are appealing to the MEC of Safety and Security, MEC Mama Faith Mazibuku. We know her activism, but we are also appealing to Minister Bekitele to say that they must come to the ground.
But when he was here, I think he did manage to come.
Yes.
And what commitment did he?
The challenge is that even when he came, we were surprised that we were never even told that he's coming. And we've raised issues with province to say that no, we've been told the minister is coming tomorrow. Kindly furnish us with the communication and details so that we are able as councillors to be present here. Because we knew that he's coming, but we had no communication. And in particular, we've never been told that he will be expected at a particular time. So we waited up until the next day to say, no, the minister was there. The minister came in there, the minister got challenges, and the minister was out. So the problem that we're having is that we understand, and we don't want to play, there's a saying that do not play the men, play the ball. So we were not fighting with officials there at the police station, but we want to focus our challenge on the ball, which is the station servicing its first priority mandate to the people, which is safety and security. And we feel that it's not even properly addressed. And we want to challenge the ministry, and in particular the station commander, to say that we need to have a meeting. That's why today, through the Office of Parliamentary Constitution Officer, we had met with Member of Parliament, and in fact Ntate Macheke, to say, William, we need to have the MEC.
Yeah.
We need to see the minister. And
But
at some point, we would need to have an imbizo to explain to the people of Ga-Rankuwa what's happening.
But do you think just fixing electrical cable is a challenge that would really require an MEC?
No. An MEC is the political head of that entity. But because of it's difficult for us to interface with public wells.
Yeah.
And we know that the office of the MEC and that of the minister is wide open.
Yeah.
So that is the nearest door that we can knock at.
Yeah.
But what surprises that is that such a serious entity that seeks to protect the people of Ga-Rankuwa is not being taken serious. And we want to urge and speak with authority on this one. That it's important that the station operates 100%. Because if it does not do that, we won't get the issue of crime to a level that is manageable. Because currently crime in Ga-Rankuwa is not manageable. It could be that, and I know we've interfaced with the station commander to say that we are losing the battle. And she has raised issues of resources, personnel, and many other things, mobility, logistics. I mean, I don't even believe it that Ga-Rankuwa is it's managing itself with 2 baggies. Already we've got 4 sectors, but we are not dealing well with crime. And we think the issue of cable or the police station not having electricity, it's now on another level, and we think the Ga-Rankuwa must just rise up, and we will start with councillors to go up and raise these issues.
I mean, it's 10 months or if not more.
If not more, it's 10 months, and we feel hard done by this. Just the cable, and we don't understand, and an explanation from those above, they're making it difficult for us to even understand. I mean, a normal person would not even know the process of supply chain, let alone for us as councillors to even explain to a process that we are not even part of. Remember, as councillors, we belong especially to the local government. And any person might not even understand the fears of government, that there's local, there's provincial, and there's national. And us as councillors, mostly we deal with issues of local governance. I mean,
and police station would fall outside.
It actually falls out. It's a competency of provincial government, and provincial government does not even want to come forth and come to the people and explain this thing. It then becomes difficult and makes the work of the ward councillors extremely impossible and difficult on this matter.
And MPL Macheke, I know you had a meeting with him today. Have you expressed your views on this, and what is his take?
And in fact, Macheke called the spokesperson of SAPS National, and they've said no, indeed the minister was here on Friday, but they will get a report, and in our next meeting we will table it. Our next meeting, it will be in the next 2 weeks. And then we've also requested that we will immediately write a letter to the MEC and the minister to say that we need to sit with them and we need to address this matter immediately. And the matter should have, in fact, been resolved a long time ago. So we in other ways, we'll say we're hard-fought. And then we want to prescribe to say that we must get it correct.
Excuse the French.
Excuse it. We must get it correct, because of us in council and politicians in parliament. We don't represent government. We actually represent the people. So on this one, we are with the people, and we are saying we are hurtful. We want this one to be fixed.
Now, the other issue is the issue of street lights, electricity in general. Ga-Rankuwa is very dark. At night. It's very dark. It's so scary, and a lot of crime has been attributed to that. And as a councillor, and particularly in your ward, the larger part of your ward is your low cost housing, your RDPs. How has that affected you, and how are you addressing that?
And in fact, in my ward, we only have a sectional portion of RDPs. It's only in Ward 30 where they have got a massive chunk of RDPs, and in Ward 31, we don't have RDPs here. And in fact, we must say that even the road that we are adjacent to, 2 weeks back, it was not late. But today is late. parts of Ga-Rankuwa, and in fact, we've rolled out a 2-week program to start to electrify Ga-Rankuwa.
Yeah.
And I know the work is coming in slowly.
Yeah.
And it's coming in slowly because we are at the tail end of a financial year. You know, a financial year of the city, you know, it starts on the 1st of July every year, and it ends on the next on the next year on the 30th of June.
Yeah.
So currently funds are depleted. So we're actually waiting for a budget, a new budget, which will start on the 1st of July, so that we're able to carry on the Baton and lead up Ga-Rankuwa. But I know as of Friday, we had a truck working in Ward 31, in Zone 1, and to be quite honest, and on June 16, I was actually working on June the 16th. We had a truck working in Zone 7 and also working in Zone 6. So we are trying by all means to share the truck amongst in Ga-Rankuwa, because we only that one truck. So as from tomorrow, I know the truck will be in Zone 3, trying to mitigate the issues of electricity. So we are trying by all means necessary. We're actually trying. But one factor that also makes it as if the city is not functional or working is that most of the poles, the street poles, they do not have cables. Cables have been stolen. So it's actually difficult to maintain or to repair a pole that the cable is stolen. It means it now falls out of the jurisdiction of maintenance, and it must go back to the issue of OPEX. And then it means it needs a much more bigger.
What is OPEX?
OPEX is a budget allocated for a start of something. Like for example, let's say we, in terms of your IDP, the committee has decided that no, we'd like to have a library, we would like to have a tar road or a street light poles to be erected. So it needs a bigger chunk of the money of the budget. So it means it must start from scratch. When a project starts from scratch, it does not need maintenance. It then falls into the budget of OPEX. And then when it falls to the budget of maintenance, then we send the team just connects. Maybe it's a bulb has been finished, or it has burst, or it's something just small. A maintenance guy can just come and replace and lead the pole. But if it is destroyed, and it must be rated from scratch, so it needs a budget from CAPEX, not OPEX. So basically, so who's responsible for it is now city or ESCOM? Generally, in fact, in Mawiga, it's what I call a beast with 3 heads. It's Mabopane, Winterveld, and Ga-Rankuwa. And in fact, these areas, they were part of Tshwane, when you will remember. And later on, because of the new government, they resonated to Northwest province. But in 2000, they were adopted and got into the city. That's why the city changed its name to a Greater Tshwane. It's because of now Mabopane, Winterveld, Ga-Rankuwa, they are now in Tshwane. So because of that, the 3 areas, they are the only areas that buys electricity direct from the manufacturer, which is ESCOM. So in the city of Tshwane, Mabopane, Winterveld, Ga-Rankuwa, they are the only cities that are served directly by ESCOM. So the challenge that the people do not know is that ESCOM is feeding us with electricity from our households. But then with regards to street lights, it's the mandate of the city. So they're actually sharing the responsibility to say that. In other areas like Shanguve, Trishville, it's only the city. The city will provide, will give electricity, supply you electricity that will energize the house. And the street poles. But in Ga-Rankuwa, Mabopane, Winterveld, it's a different story. The houses are energized by ESCOM, and the street lights are energized by the city of Tshwane.
Well, on that note, Counsellor Thema, thanks very much for your time. I know you are pressed for you have a back-to-back meetings, but I want you to make a commitment that we'll meet. You will come back again, and we talk more extensively on the priorities with regard to the IDP in your ward, the budget that the city has just approved,
correct,
and how is it going? How does it impact your ward.
Yeah. No. In fact, it's part of our duty.
Yeah.
And I know next time we'll invite you to a public meeting so that you are able to also capture
yes.
the emotions of the communities when we deal with these issues.
Yeah.
The other dilemma that you are having is ESCOM, and I would want to express gratitude and speak to the issue of ESCOM.
Yeah.
Because ESCOM is also a national. It's at the national space, and they will tell you ESCOM is a national competence. It's even difficult for us to resolve issues of ESCOM. So we need to address such issues, and perhaps in our next meeting, let's speak about IDP, let's speak about other issues, we'll involve other councillors. And then in the main, we want to create what we call Ga-Rankuwa Parliament. That maybe want quarterly, then we invite you. We have our small parliament that will raise issues. Whenever we need to make petitions, we make petitions, so that we see that the community is hands-on and it's aware of any details that Ga-Rankuwa is having.
Yeah. On that note, thanks very much, Councillor.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having us, as always.
Sure.